Hey everyone, welcome back to another research-informed badge cam lesson here. I'm your host today, and we're diving into a really intense traffic stop that happened on July 10th, 2024. Moments like this show how unpredictable police work is and how fast events can escalate. Today, we're looking at the case of a 25-year-old man named Davon Roberts, who was driving with a 6-year-old boy. This one starts off pretty routine, but quickly spirals into a life-threatening situation. And the case we're reviewing took place in Buffalo, New York. So, at approximately 12 a.m., officers pulled over a vehicle at 926 Kensington Avenue. From the start, the officer had a few reasons for initiating the stop. First, the vehicle was going faster than what would be considered safe for that area. Second, the car had window tints that were illegal, which provided the officer with a legitimate reason to pull them over and investigate further. And of course, anytime there's a child in the car, officer safety and child safety are the top priorities.
Hey, how's it going?
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. Can you just roll back windows down for me, man?
Yes, sir.
Thanks, man. It's a little too dark. Oh, man. Little guy, you gotta be sitting in the back.
Roberts responds politely at first, but you can already sense some tension in the way he's talking. The officer asks him to roll down one of the windows so they can communicate properly, and Roberts does. The officer then notices the child in the car and points out that he should be sitting in the back. Roberts says the boy is 6, and the officer asks about his weight, probably concerned about safety and car seat regulations. Roberts responds that he doesn't know and explains that he's his little nephew, and it's his birthday. Even with all the tension going on, the officer takes a moment to wish the boy a happy birthday. There's a little back and forth questioning about whose car it is. Roberts says it's his sister's car, and at one point he even calls her to verify the registration and confirm that everything is in order. The officer checks the registration himself and quickly confirms that everything is fine, so there's no further issue there. The officer says he pulled him over because of his speed and the illegal window tints. So Roberts explains that he actually lives in Georgia and is just visiting his sister, which kind of explains why he's driving her car. He also drops this really sad detail. His little brother, Jalen Griffin, recently passed away after going missing back in 2020. The officer asks the usual questions, checking if there's anything in the car to worry about, weapons or drugs, and Roberts swears there's nothing. At one point, the kid even speaks up and asks the officer to check the back of the car, and Roberts laughs a little at that. During the conversation, Roberts repeatedly mentions that he gets pulled over frequently, almost daily, which is an interesting detail. The officer hears what Roberts is saying, but emphasizes that the main priority is ensuring everyone's safety, including both the child and the driver. Now, here's where things start to get tricky. The officer notices the child isn't buckled in properly and points that out, emphasizing the importance of safety. Roberts responds by asking if he should put him in a car seat, but the officer says to hold on. You can really see the officer trying to balance being firm about safety while still communicating calmly. The officer then asks to see Roberts' license. Roberts says he doesn't have a physical license with him, but shows him a screenshot. The officer verifies what he can through the system and notices that Roberts doesn't have a valid license in either state. They have a discussion about his documentation and his Georgia license. At this point, Roberts is also on the phone with the child's mother and trying to reassure her. The officer calmly directs him to put the phone down and asks him to step out of the vehicle for further checks. Roberts seems to comply initially, but then the situation takes a dangerous turn. Instead of following the officer's instructions, Roberts suddenly shifts the car into drive and speeds away. The officer is still holding onto the car door while trying to prevent him from fleeing. The vehicle takes off and speeds over 60 miles per hour, and the officer is literally clinging on for his life. Anyone watching can feel the tension. The officer is trying to get Roberts to comply, but the vehicle is moving too fast.
You're coming, bro. You're coming. You're coming, bro. I can't.
At this point, the officer fires his weapon 5 times. Roberts is hit, and eventually the vehicle comes to a stop, but thankfully the child is unharmed. Immediately after the shooting, the officer checks on the child, who is still in the car. He ensures that the boy is okay and gets him out of harm's way. This quick action is crucial because even after a shooting, the priority is always the safety of any innocent passengers. The kid is understandably shaken, but is more worried about his phone than his wounded uncle. The officer radios for medical assistance and ensures that the child is taken care of. After the incident, Roberts is found bleeding on the street. He is rushed to Erie County Medical Hospital, where he is later pronounced dead. Authorities also find a gun inside the vehicle, which explains part of the officer's concern about the potential threat. While it's easy to analyze these situations in hindsight, hindsight, watching the badge cam footage gives you a raw sense of the stakes involved. Every decision, every second can mean the difference between life and death. I want to pause here and reflect on some things. First, it's worth noting how unpredictable human behavior can be. Roberts was cooperative for a while. He called his sister, clarified details about the child, and explained why he was in the area, but in a split second, everything changed. It's a reminder of why officers have to be constantly vigilant and prepared for anything. One thing that stands out to me watching this is the officer's ability to remain calm under extreme pressure. Think about it. The car is moving at dangerous speeds. He's physically holding on, there's a child in the car, and the driver is unpredictable. Yet he manages to call for backup, communicate clearly over the radio, aim his weapon responsibly, and prioritize the child's safety. The officer did everything by the book up to the point of escalation. He approached calmly, verified the child's safety, confirmed identities, and maintained communication. I think this shows the importance of de-escalation strategies and clear communication in policing. Yet even with all of that, a situation can turn lethal in moments. From a human perspective, I also think about Robert's side. He was clearly stressed, mentioning the loss of his brother and the fact that he gets pulled over literally every day. I can't imagine how frustrating that must feel, and I can see why he tried to explain himself repeatedly. I relate to that personally because we all have moments where we're navigating stress or fear, and it's hard to stay calm and make the right choices. Still, the decision to accelerate with the officer holding onto the vehicle was catastrophic. There's also a psychological component here. The officer has to manage extreme stress while thinking tactically. He's processing multiple variables: the child's safety, Roberts' intentions, potential weapons, and his own physical positioning. And he has to make instant decisions that can mean life or death. That's why this badge cam footage is so compelling and educational. It's a real-world example of how fast decisions matter and how training meets reality. One particularly tense moment is when Roberts shifts the car into drive and speeds away. The audio from the badge cam captures the officer yelling repeatedly, the fear in his voice palpable. This is one of those moments where you realize the extreme danger law enforcement officers face. After the shooting, the officer's priority shifts entirely to the child, calming him down and making sure he's okay. Even though the child wasn't physically harmed, the emotional trauma from this event will likely last a long time. Being in a car during a high-speed chase, hearing shots fired, and seeing the aftermath is terrifying for anyone, let alone a 6-year-old. Another thing I notice is the repeated attempts to verify the driver's identity and license status. Roberts claims to have multiple Georgia licenses, shows screenshots, and emphasizes that he gets pulled over often. Also, there's the constant interaction about family and personal details. Roberts mentions the child's birthday, talks about his late brother, and keeps referencing his family. While the officer's primary concern is safety, these details add context to the driver's state of mind. It doesn't justify dangerous behavior, but it does give insight into the complexity of human behavior in crisis situations. I also want to highlight how communication plays a role here. The officer is constantly talking to Roberts, giving instructions, asking questions, and trying to de-escalate. Even as Roberts acts unpredictably, the officer maintains a level of professionalism and keeps trying to guide the interaction. That's something aspiring officers or anyone studying crisis management can learn from. The aftermath is just as important to note. Roberts is taken to the hospital and pronounced dead. The child is unharmed, and authorities find a gun in the car. While the incident is tragic, the outcome highlights the effectiveness of proper law enforcement training and situational awareness. In terms of lessons for viewers, this is a reminder that traffic stops are not always inherently safe or routine. Speeding, illegal tints, and unverified passengers might seem minor, but each element adds complexity. Officers have to balance procedure and safety, and they have to be ready for rapid escalation. This case shows how the officer's decisions are influenced by the additional level of urgency created by the presence of a child. I think this video also offers a sobering perspective on the human cost of these events. Roberts lost his life, which is tragic. The officer likely carries a lot of weight from having to make that decision, and the child, while safe physically, will need long-term emotional support. There's never really a simple victory in situations like this. They're messy and complicated even when the actions taken are necessary. So this stop is a stark reminder of the unpredictability and intensity of police work. What starts as a routine traffic stop can escalate into a life-threatening situation in seconds. The officer's calm, professional, and decisive actions ensured the child was safe, neutralized the threat, and showed exceptional situational awareness. There's a lot to learn here about crisis management, communication, and prioritization under pressure. Thanks for watching this deep dive. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future badge cam breakdowns. And remember, these videos are always about learning from real situations and appreciating the split-second decisions officers have to make to keep themselves and the public safe.